Hi, I am Emma. So, the reasons for me filming this are a bit messy, but I guess that I just want some relaxed artistical exchange with anybody here on the internet that likes poetry, that likes art, that finds themselves with a need to just listen to somebody's reflections, see if they find themselves in it. Sometimes I find discomfort consuming somebody else's thoughts. It liberates me from mine that can be so claustrophobic sometimes and repetitive because the brain is one and we are creatures of pattern. And at the end of the day, we find ourselves thinking in similar ways all the time, even though we're constantly evolving and growing, especially at the young age in which I am at. I feel like many young creatives can feel sometimes overwhelmed by desires and ambitions and goals they want to achieve, that they get paralyzed by that and they can't just be. And I find myself a lot in that. And that can stop you from creating. That can stop your desire from creating because there's not enough space for that. Because the desire to achieve and desire to prove to others that you are creating just takes too much space, and sometimes you just need to be your own self and not expect your work to be anything, not good or bad or finished or unfinished, to just not be anything. I just want to say that right now I am in the beautiful island of Corsica, which is a French island because I am half French. My father is French, so I have the privilege of coming here in summers. And I just want to show what a beautiful view I have behind. And this is our beautiful terrace that is an inspiring place in itself. I'm not going to read many poems. I want to read some, just a few, just maybe like 4, and discuss ideas around it, the process before, what I was thinking, what I think of them now. Some of them are also quite dated. I have my journals here where I write my thoughts. So I'm just gonna start. So the first one that I want to read to you is called Child of Life. I am just a child of life. The wind sometimes caresses me like only the enamored ones know how to. And other times it pushes me around the earth, but occasionally it gets so silent and so still. Not even the sea moves. The world pretends to be stagnant, and I get so scared. I cry like the most adored of infants, till I realize that it's what I am meant to be doing. Because life is my mother. She's supposed to kiss me on the forehead and feed me freshly baked bread. But she also needs to make me fall on my knees so that she can applaud when I master the art of walking alone. I am 18, yet I am sucking the thumb of existence. Right now, I know how to stand. Mother gave me a loud kiss when I learned that. I never miss her, as I am in her womb all the time. I don't know what happens if I die. Is that when she will birth me out? Is that when it truly starts? I guess Mother will explain it to me once I am ready. She always tells me everything has its time. That is why I'm sitting in a crowd of red leaves. It was their time to land on the wet soil, to give it some warmth. So this poem I wrote fall 2024. I live full time in Stockholm, Sweden, where I am studying currently. And I went on a walk alone on not that good of a day, a tired day, and I was sitting in a beautiful park by the water around some red leaves, like I just said in the poem. And it was a beautiful moment where I just sat and wrote. And there is a nostalgia for moments of pain and confusion. And I mean, that didn't happen a long time ago. It happened not even a year ago. But now I remember that moment with such happiness. Even though I was feeling quite the discomfort back that day. And yet, all of those words, I still believe in them so much. And I still feel them in my body, under my skin. This thing of being a student of life. And I feel like there is this constant pursuit of trying to not seem like a student of life. Oh, I've got this one figured out. Oh, I know this. Oh, I've done this a long time. Oh, I'm finally comfortable with this. When there is such a beauty in being unprepared and ignorant from lack of experience or just being a human. So yeah, that is definitely an embrace to just being an eternal child inside a transforming body that I'm realizing as every year is so monumental in its change in the early stages of life. I'm gonna read a second one now. I wasn't planning on it, but I think I'm going in a bit of a theme when I'm choosing my poems, and this one is called All of a Sudden I Got Sad. I promise I endeavor in the act of happiness. You can ask my neighbors, ask my aunts and uncles. They'll say that I pursue joy with restlessness. But all of a sudden, I got sad. Because one day I won't be able to lift my head in the middle of the street to look at the leaves that roof me from the sun. I wondered, will I be able to see them from above? I wonder if the view will still be as pretty, just without the doubts we carry from down here. This one comes months after. It was a sunny day in spring, and for people that live in Stockholm or Sweden, they know that it's not that often. And it was such a tremendously beautiful day. And I was feeling this gratitude for the sun, this occasional sun, but then I got sad because I don't know how many of those moments I will get again. And everybody can feel that when you feel happiness or love, that, oh, I don't know for how long I will feel that. Because I know, I hope, I pray to God that I will feel it again, that I will be here to feel it again. And I felt it again after that, but that it's not eternal, and it never will be. And just this thoughts of mortality, I don't know if it's normal at 19 to think about it so often, but I do, and I find it interesting just as much as terrifying. But they make me produce the most precious pieces of work to me, whether it's in poetry or in other mediums of art, or in just reflections and conversations with people of all ages, because death is something that it's gonna wait for us anyways. The only difference is how close are we to that. And in reality, we don't know how close we are to that, because I can be closer now than a 89-year-old. Who knows? So it's something that I have had such insightful conversation with so many different people. And there's nothing bad with getting lost, but I'm getting lost a bit, and I don't want this video to be too long. I would not want to bore anyone. But yeah, it was just such a beautiful experience to be aware of a sadness that comes with happiness of a singular moment. And this question of perspective, this poem talks about being above, looking things from above, like this idea of, oh, if I'm in heaven, will the world look just as pretty from how it is from down here? And will it look still also just as complicated? Because here we don't know. Will we know more when we die? Will this lack of doubt make us feel like it's more beautiful, this world? Or maybe the complexity of not knowing makes us feel that this world is more beautiful than what it is. And again, this question of the ugliness and the sadness, are those actually the elements that make us see life so beautiful and so vibrant and so worth it? Are those actually the key moments? Because without those, how would we embrace the beauty of happiness and peace and physical comfort and health and love and memories and laughter without those other ones? So yeah, I really feel close to that poem. So the last poem that I'm going to read today, following this thread of joy of life, I think it's as easy as that sometimes. It's called I Allow You to Not Be Exceptional. I allow you to not count the feet between you and the stars. You may not wish to conquer the moon, but to be really content to have your hands on the earth, caressing the humid mud that carries with it the ordinary perfection of existence. I will not throw a tantrum if you decide to not want to sprint till the end of the race, clenching your teeth and growing hate for the sound of the running shoes on the rust-tinted floor. And instead you walk at a pleasant pace, and once in a while you stop on the track to feel from which direction the wind is coming from that day, just for curiosity's sake. I allow you to be a daily occurrence and to be astonished by the patterns that can be created inside the trunk of a tree, and the sound of cicadas on summer nights, and the color of olives, and the fact that you have legs, and they are only yours. I allow you to not be exceptional, but instead to be captured by the exceptionality of what it is to be here now. And this poem I wrote on an airplane on the way back from a beautiful trip. And I just want to remind myself of this poem more often, because it's really easy to forget in today's society and at my age, where you're supposed to want so much, and it's so strange to surrender to what you have, or surrender to just be content. You're supposed to be hungrily unsatisfied, and I think I haven't felt that so often, this unsatisfaction. And my mother tells me that it's one of my greatest gifts. I wonder how you guys feel about that for you. Should there be a balance between this desire for more and this contentness, or should there just be a curiosity rather than an insatisfaction or a hunger, like an interest? And it's hard to find balance for me in that. This guilt of not desiring so much, if I really have to be sincere with myself. The most important relationships I've had are with people that I can sit with and be like, look how beautiful. Oh, we're having such an amazing time talking about the present, making awareness of how beautiful a moment is. due to the circumstances, the weather, or the clothes that person is wearing, the food we're eating, um, something that we just did or we're about to be doing, or the season or our age. Just talking about the present and how marvelous it is to just be alive. And with some people it's corny and it's stupid and it's almost a bit weird, and some people it makes them uncomfortable, they don't know how to answer to that, and then you're a silly little artist, or you're radical rebellious against capitalism, when you're just, you want to scream to the world how much of a good time you're having in that moment. Because if you're not doing that, then it's just kind of sad. Maybe I well, if I have the urge, why don't shouldn't I do it? If I have the urge to scratch a mosquito bite, I scratch it. If we have the urge to mention how happy we are in that exact moment, not a nostalgia, not a desire for a future happiness that is anyways an illusion because we can't know, just scratching that itch of present happiness, letting somebody know, or just saying it in the air. Sometimes we say it for ourselves and somebody's just a witness of that. But yes, I had so much fun. I had so much fun just getting some words out, getting some poems out. And yes, I hope I will do another video like this, because this was really fun. I wish you a really good day today, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye.